what the?
This is the police. Come out with your hands up.
Dude, what the hell, man? The cops are here. Dude, the cops are here.
What the
What are the cops doing here?
And you are not a licensed electrician.
Holy crap.
Come out.
Oh my God, what did we do? What should we do?
I don't know, man. I didn't know it was illegal to put an outlet in. Escalation.
Oh my God.
Failure to come out.
Now listen to what they're saying.
Situation, and we will call in the SWAT team.
You'll never take me alive, copper. Only way they're getting that outlet is over our dead bodies.
Come out with your hands up, or we will
Let's
be
do
forced
this.
to call
Welcome to
in
RevRender
the SWAT
Garage.
team.
No, we're not sponsored by Amazon or Harbor Freight, but some of our links are affiliate links. Using them costs you nothing extra, but it helps us fund more tools, builds, and videos for you. Thanks for the support.
Hey guys, it's Sean from RevRender Garage here, and today we're going to talk outlets. But first, I want to thank you for stopping by, and if you're new, welcome. Guys, you're not going to get in trouble by installing your own outlet. I can tell you right now from experience, no cops are going to show up at your house.
Come out now with your hands up!
And nothing bad is going to happen. And you're certainly not going to get in trouble for installing an outlet in your own home. So today, we're going to show you how to install your own outlet, from planning, from the tools that you need, and everything you need to know to make this happen successfully. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure you have all the proper tools. As you can see here, we've got all of our electrical tools right here, so we can strip wires, we can cut sheetrock, we can crimp, we can do whatever we want. And then we've got the supplies to wire in our outlets. We've got old work boxes, and that is important, and I'll tell you why when we get going. And here's another one for our single plate. We've got our outlets, we've got our wire, and a tape measure. The only thing we're missing is probably a pencil. So now that we have everything we need, we're gonna start wiring this up, but you need to know this applies to any outlet, not just hanging a TV. So if you wanna put an outlet in your wall, follow this video and we'll show you exactly how to do it in a few minutes. All right guys, we're over at the wall where we're going to install the outlet. What we're going to do is we are going to run power from this outlet straight down to a new outlet right here. What we're going to do with this one, this is a cable outlet that came with the house. I don't use cable, I'm a streamer. Screw you, cable company! So what we're going to do is make this a cord run. We're going to drill a hole into this so we can run cords down through it, and then they're going to pop out right here. And that way we can wire in an Xbox from the fireplace all the way up here. You're not going to see any of the cords. You can run your optical cable from your TV down there and into your sound bar, and you're not going to see that cord either. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to measure and figure out where your studs are. We have a stud right here that they've mounted both these boxes to. So I have made the measurements down here. I'm going to cut on each side of these lines a hole for our outlet boxes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our outlet boxes so that we have them to trace around and we know what size we're doing. So I'm going to grab those real quick and we'll get back to it. All right, we got the outlet boxes that we need, but first I want to show you how you can tell which side the stud is on when you're looking at an outlet. Not everyone has an outlet and a cable box mounted on each side of the stud, which makes it easy to determine where it was mounted. So what I usually do is I take my sheetrock saw and I shove it in one side, and if it allows you to bend it this way, no problem, no stud there. Stick it in the other side, try to bend it, nope, it's just flexing the blade. Okay. We have got our outlet boxes, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put some marks on the wall so we know where to cut. But the first thing you need to determine before you do any cutting is make sure there's no plumbing in this wall, and make sure you're not going to run into electrical cords. So at this point, I'm not sure if the electrical cord runs down this wall or not.
Oh, Jesus.
And that could be a problem. Oh wait, let's see where it comes in the box.
Worst case scenario, we can just unscrew that outlet, pull it out a little bit, and we'll know exactly.
It's coming from the bottom. So should we kick that new blue double box just kick it over a little bit.
Maybe we should pause.
All right, most of you are not going to be running an outlet down below an outlet. You're either gonna be just adding an outlet down here, or if you're doing what we're doing, in this case, hanging a TV, you're probably gonna be running wire up and putting an outlet up here. We're just doing the reverse. So, what we're planning on doing, since we have a wire running down here, is we are going to cut our box right here, and then with the power off, we are going to disconnect this wire from here. We're gonna pull it down here and use that to connect up this outlet, and then we'll run off the top of this outlet back up to here. And here's the thing, if we get in there and find out that there is no wire, even easier. So the first thing we need to do is make some marks on where we're going to cut these holes out. So I've pre-marked this, and I'm just gonna get this right up next to the stud and line it up here, and then I'm gonna make sure it's level, and then I'm gonna mark some holes. And what these holes are gonna do is show me where I can saw to, because this has a lip on the outside edge to keep it from pushing all the way back in. So it's hard to see, but I've got a hole here, and a hole here, and a hole here. Now that we've got that, let's do the other one. The other one's a little bit easier because we can actually draw down this side. Oops. All right, now that we've got our marks made, we are going to cut, but I'm gonna be extra careful when I get over here because if there is a wire, I don't wanna saw into it. And we're gonna go turn the power off first.
Pro tip, turning the power off ensures that you won't have a shocking outcome. No need to be a lazy hero.
All right, we're gonna test this outlet out just to make sure it's not working. So we're all good to go. All right, we've got the power off. If you're wondering if you have to use an air fryer to test your outlet, no, anything will do as long as it's powered by an outlet. So we have determined that that is off. So we're gonna come down here. I'm gonna start on the left-hand side because we're gonna come up slowly to the right-hand side in case there's a wire running right there. All right, so I'm gonna push this in as close to the corner as possible.
You're making a big mess.
I should have put something down on the floor. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, I'm gonna come straight down. I don't care how well that spot looks. We don't have a wire. It comes from up above, which makes this even easier. Dude, they insulated this wall. Somewhat surprising since it's an interior wall that backs to a closet. It's clean. Boom. Now the true test, let's see if it fits. Like a glove.
Like a glove?
But we don't want it in there yet. We're just testing how it fits. Marring up my wall. I'm gonna have to paint that now. But it comes with the territory. Again, it's gonna be hidden, so. Okay, let's cut out our other one. Perfect. Good Lord. And so just so you know, old work boxes have nails that come through and allow you to pound it into the stud. And that's why it's called a new work box, because there's no sheetrock on the wall yet. Old work boxes, you spin this screw right here and it tightens this up against the back of the sheetrock, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. We don't need to do anything to this one except put this in and put a cover with a hole on it. And then we'll drill a hole up here and that'll allow us to run our cords through. What we need to do next is remove this outlet. That way we can run power off of it down to here. Let me get my screwdriver. All right, I gotta find my screwdriver. All right, let's get this outlet out so we can start to wiring. Just need regular Phillips screwdriver.
What are those sparks?
Oh, you know, just metal on wires. Come on, screw. I guess we could have used the screw gun. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're gonna run more cables. We're gonna run a black wire off this and a white wire off this. Now, I don't have neutral wires in my house. If you do, that's something you're gonna wanna look into, but these outlets don't require any neutral wires. So what we're gonna do is get this wire all shaved up. I'm gonna punch a hole in here to run the wire down, and I'm also gonna connect it to this. So when we come back, we're gonna have a wire fed right out there. Power's still out, folks. We might roast some marshmallows in the living room if we get a bonfire built there. But first, we need to get the outlets that are gonna be on the bottom, which is a double set of outlets. And there's no rhyme or reason as to why we're using two different styles. That's what I had. So what we had to do is, this is the way it's gonna go on the wall. And we're gonna come down with that wire from our top outlet. We're gonna connect it right into these two holes. and we've run out of that into our left outlet. So this one is all set. All we need to do is run a ground over to this ground, but I'm gonna wait to do that until we can connect that ground up. So let's go over to the wall and get this done. Okay folks, we're back at the wall here. We have our outlets ready to go for the bottom, and as you can see, we have a wire that we have fished down. We didn't expect to find insulation, which hangs up that wire. I'm not gonna get into it.
Plus, we found the wire that comes across. There's a wire that comes
horizontally across right here. So, hot damn, we missed that wire, and we missed it by probably 6 or 7 inches, so it wasn't close. Damn! All we need to do is get our black and our white wires connected up. We'll put our ground on here, and then this outlet can go back in. And then we're just ready to start down there. So let's get this in place. It shouldn't take long, because these are just push receptacles, if they work. All right, this has wire push holes on the back, but for some reason, this wire is not going into those holes. So I'm just running it around the screws, and I've got the white going to the white side. I'm gonna run the black over to the black side, and we're gonna hook up that ground and put this outlet back in place. All right, folks, we've got the outlet up there all wired in. Plates back on. As you saw before, the wire's already run down here. I'm just putting this plate on right here just to get it out of the way. And you just tighten it up until it doesn't tighten anymore. And like I showed you before, there's those flaps that will pop up right against the sheetrock. And you can actually see one right in there as I tighten it up. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're just about to the tight spot here. Okay, that's in place. It's ready for a cover. And again, this will be our wire feed from up top, so we can just drop wires right down, and then you don't see them on the wall. Okay, now we're gonna put this one in, but the important thing we need to remember about this one is we need to run these wires through this before we put it into the wall. Pre-stripping. Okay, now we're gonna tighten this one up. Look at the robotic nature of my hands. They just exactly what they're supposed to do. Yeah. Okay. All right, folks, we are ready for our other outlets. So what we need to do is connect this up, and we'll see if this one will allow us to do the push. Hot damn, it does. That just speeds up everything. And this one's got a little nub on the end.
trim a little bit of that copper off too.
Yeah, you don't want too much copper, just enough to go in the hole. There we go. Now we've got our ground, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect both our grounds up here. And if you pre-bend it,
it works easier.
And
I'm a great pre-bender.
All you need to do is connect this wire up, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna ground this wire to this one.
Is that the way the professionals do it?
It's the way I do it because it works.
You're gonna make it all 220? Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
And it works well. Look at that. Got it all clipped off without even trying. All right, folks, we have got everything wired up. We've come down with our new wire from the outlet above. We've connected both our black and our white wires up here, and these will tell you which one's hot and which one is blanca, white. So we've got it grounded, and then what we did is we came out of this with our black wire into black, and then out of white, white. Negro and Blanca. Okay.
I think it's Blanco. Blanca was a Street Fighter character.
Blanca was a Street Fighter character.
It's Blanco.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm wrong. Message us in the comments if I'm mistaken here.
Again, the robotic precision of my hands. Pro tip.
Pro tip. Tighten the top and bottom screws evenly as you go. A crooked screw ain't going anywhere.
Don't screw too much too fast. This is where you need one of those electrician screwdrivers.
What are those?
They've got the little zig, zag, zig, and they spin on the end, so you can just...
Oh.
Man, you sound like you're really getting a workout over here.
Yep.
We'll be skipping gym day tomorrow.
I was gonna do wrist and ankles, but not anymore. Maybe ankles.
We'll get back to you when we're done with this.
All right, folks, we've got the outlet all wired in. We've got this testing pin, and when we flip it on and stick this little tip into the outlets, it should make a sound and light up if we have power. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Now, let's just test up here. We already know it works because it's feeding the power down there, but hey, for and giggles, we're all good to go. So what we need to do at this point is get the plate on here, get a hole drilled in there so we have a nice cord run. We're gonna do that and we'll get back to you. Okay, we've got our plates on down here. You can see we've got an open plate here for our cord run. We've drilled a hole in this cable box so we can feed cords down through it, but what we need to do, and I don't have the right kind of bit to do this, is drill a hole in the plate for the cable plate. I would use the same plate as I did down here, but unfortunately the screw holes don't line up because they're a smaller plate for the cable outlet. So the next thing we're gonna do is we are gonna get the TV all set up to get mounted on the wall, because I really wanna show you what it looks like when it's all done and why we went through this for our TV. We're not gonna bore you putting this TV mount on the TV, so we'll be back with the TV on the wall and show you the finished product. So stick around. All right, folks, we got everything wrapped up. It looks amazing, and we're gonna show it to you right now. So I'm coming up on the TV, and you're gonna see that right behind the TV, we've got all of our cords run nice and hidden. Can't see anything coming down the wall. And look at that beautiful fireplace mantle that has room for all of these cool photos and not one wire showing. So I'm gonna show you some more pictures of it right now, but I just wanted to let you know that this is not an episode about hanging a TV. This is an episode about installing an outlet. This will work for any outlet you wanna do. It's not just for TVs. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video and say, check out one of these other videos, and until next time, RevRender out.
As always, thanks for watching. Tune in every Saturday for a new video. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Those likes really help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, RevRender out.